Okie dokie. I'll take this one time. Please hold. Check. Okay. Audio. Hey everyone. We're going to do our so
I'm extremely annoyed.
uh,
We made it literally through
half.
of them, and we had like a full-on 30-minute conversation that we now can't get back.
So
I'm not going back into detail.
we were doing our top 10 Pixar, and thanks to one of our friends at least for letting us know, we didn't have audio the whole time. So
we had a full-on 30-minute conversation that you guys couldn't hear. So we'll run through, I guess, the first half because I'm not going back in detail of all of those.
We're going to keep the first 5 relatively short. Sorry for the technical difficulties if you're watching this over again, but
thanks, John, for letting us know because there was multiple people that like logged in, logged out, and just didn't tell us like, hey, can't hear ya. So thanks for saving us another like 30 minutes, John.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you we're doing 10. Let me give you the starting at 10 up to number 5. My number 10 was A Bug's Life. Number 9 was Luca. Number 8, Elemental. Number 7, Toy Story 4. 6, Toy Story 2. And 5, Coco. Now we're back.
Okay, mine was number 10, Elemental. 9, Brave. 8, Finding Nemo. 7, The Incredibles. 6, Monsters, Inc. And then 5, also Coco.
So, Coco, I just didn't know. I had no idea what it was going to be about, like, at all. And then when it finally came out, it obviously brings a lot of education to Mexican heritage, maybe some of Mexico itself, what the actual Day of the Dead is about. And it's all done in a Disney style with Pixar. And it's another very good detailed movie. The details.
Yeah, I really love all like the really beautiful bright colors, and the songs are catchy. And I just think it's cute. It's a cute movie. It's a nice like, not cliffhanger, but like shocking reveal, like who ends up being like his family member or whatever. So yeah, I like it.
They did really good. Like the story progresses nicely to where you're not looking at certain characters like, oh, that's that person, this is that person. You're always like, oh, who's that? Oh, really? Oh. And then when they give you details about Ernesto de la Cruz, you're like, oh, okay, cool. And you kind of go with it because you don't know anything. So good little twist at the end.
Yeah.
All right. Now that we are back in action.
Yeah, sorry that you guys we had a full-on great conversation, 30 minutes of us actually going into detail as to why we picked these movies, why you maybe thought that we wouldn't pick these movies, the reasons why we liked the movies, all of it. And I'm just not doing that again for the stuff we just said.
Full backstory.
Sorry.
My computer was left out last night, so one of our cats slept on it and changed all kinds of settings. It took me about 25 minutes to get locked or get unlocked out of my own computer. I don't even know what she did to this point. I had to like ask for codes and reset stuff. So
I happened to notice it because I came over. She was sitting on the thing, and like there was like a ginormous screen that said "okay," and I'm like, "What does this mean?"
Right.
Like you guys are not gonna be able to see it. Nope.
The camera sucks.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can't see it. But anyways, it's just like a giant screen. It was like super zoomed in. Like I was like moving stuff, like zooming out. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, what is happening? And then it said that like you're locked out. You like maxed out your attempts. Like try typing in this phrase. I'm like, what did you do, Nala?
She turned it on airplane mode. She locked out. I couldn't use certain keys, so I thought the keys were breaking. So I'm down here like.
She typed in IFY and then like a bunch of like slash like things.
Oh man.
So yeah, I don't know what she did. She like really screwed it up.
So moving on, number 4, Inside Out. This was one, came out, I saw the trailer, was a little bit confused, didn't understand it, didn't watch it until it was streamable, and I love it. I think it's great. I love all the characters in it. I even like the actors they used for the voices of each character, and it gets you thinking. Like, what if your mind really is like that? What if because you do have separate emotions, but what if each one can actually pilot your body and how your decision making goes?
Yeah. So, funny thing, my number 4 is also Inside Out.
Wow.
So we got 2 in a row where we matched up this time. Again, like, with being Pixar, they're all about like the visuals and like the beautiful colors, and it pulls out your heartstrings with some of like the different parts with like, what's the little guy's name?
Bing Bong.
Yeah, Bing Bong, and just a bunch of different like things kind of pulls at your heartstrings. And yeah, I just like it. It's a cute movie. It holds up for sure too. I don't remember what year it came out. I think it's not as old
It's
of
not
a movie.
as old. It's getting older.
Yeah, but it's just cute. I love it. I feel like it's like one of those movies I can kind of play whenever and it not like get old to me.
And it's different. Like,
yeah, it is very different. It's like not like what you would expect like it to be type of thing.
Which I think is Pixar's best, like, what do you call it? I don't know, trait of a big production company is they make stuff like Disney used to that's completely original. Like there's not a book about it from like the 1920s or anything like that. It's a complete new story.
Like the part like where they like have to like lay down and they like transform into like little squiggles and they have to like go through the thing. Like you don't see that like on movies. Like it's just very like different, and I like it.
All right. Number 3, Cars. I don't even know what it is. I'm not into NASCAR or like racing in general. Like I like cars. I'm not a car guy. I'm not out in the garage working on cars.
I feel like it's like their voices.
It's that, and
the people who play them.
You kind of lose sight of that you're just watching cars, because with like Radiator Springs and like the whole story, you see like Mr. Hot Rod end up in little small town. But I don't know. I like it. I like how he ends up. He finds like values. Like he lets go of like being the biggest, the best, the flashiest, and he would rather just be in Radiator Springs, but Mater.
I feel like that's what Disney is good about, is they like, you see them as characters. Like you said, like you're not a car guy, but you don't see them as cars. You see them as like characters, because like you said, they're going through, like they're not just racing the whole time. They're actually like doing stuff, going to different places, and like actually has like an actual storyline to it.
There's lessons in each Pixar movie if you pay close enough attention. You just have to pay attention.
You're skipping me.
Number 3.
My number 3 is Luca.
Love it.
I love that movie. It's so cute. I just love everything about it. Again, the visuals, the colors, the characters are super cute. I like just like, I don't know, everything. I can't even really explain it. It's just so cute to me.
It's just good storytelling.
Yeah.
And it's also, you just can't predict it. And I got to get him.
I don't know what he's talking about. Oh.
So you get your main characters and you get like a story put in front of you. You get like I don't even know what they're called, like sea people or whatever Luca is.
Yeah.
And you figure out, oh, they can't go to the surface, blah, 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 blah. But then you get the side characters. You get the girl, I can't remember her name, but you get her father, who likes to cook, and Machiavelli. This is one of the best cats in all of Disney animation.
He is so cute, and his little noises and faces that he makes.
So I got him at Hollywood Studios before. He was like one of those, like as soon as I saw him, I'm like, you're coming home. One of my favorite Disney cats.
Yeah, he's cute.
All right. Number two, Incredibles. The first Incredibles. There's not a lot of era-specific movies, but if you pay close enough attention to The Incredibles, it's like based in the 60s. It might even be the late 50s. So you have to look at like the architecture of the houses and the vehicles driving around and stuff like that. And it's also one of the few Disney movies with like it's like a heavy jazz soundtrack, and I love jazz, and I love when Disney incorporates jazz, and I love when I can put on a playlist that's like Disney jazz music. But it's completely like there's not a single. You can't compare The Incredibles to like Superman, Batman, or any of that. They made new characters, new abilities. It's fresh. It was a well-rounded superhero movie.
Sorry, I keep looking over there, but our cat Winnie likes to chase around lizards. That's on the outside of our house. We have like a big like sliding window in our living room, and he just keeps like staring up, like just staring at this lizard.
I'm gonna get him one day.
And he jumps up like really high to try to get it on the outside. It's really funny. Also, I was right, by the way. See at the bottom, it's like going up green because that's like showing that we're talking.
Well, I don't know what's going on.
I just am saying for next time, that's what you can do. You can just look there and make sure that it's actually going. So when it's not, when we stop talking, it's just all white.
Yeah, I need to figure out what she turned on.
I don't know. So my number 2 is Ratatouille. I just love Ratatouille. It's so cute. I talked about it yesterday, so I'm not going to get into it like too much, but I just love it. I just think it's adorable. I just love which is crazy because I hate mice. Like I don't think they're cute. Like, but on that movie, they're cute. I just like them. I think they're cute, and I like, again, the storyline. Like I think it's cute. Like how they end up like, having him like be like the owner at the end, and kind of like throws you off. Like I wouldn't have guessed that is what would happen, It's fun to watch. Yeah, it is super cute, and just like watching him like cook like a mouse cooking, like it's just cute. Even the food, it's a cartoon, it's animated, but like when they finally present the food like in the frame, you're like, that looks good. Yeah, it looks good. Like when they finally give the critic the ratatouille like on a plate, it's like that kind of looks good. Yeah. Spoiler alert. Sometime soon, I'm going to make the soup from Ratatouille. Yeah, when it's not burning hot degrees outside. We were supposed to do a painting video today, but I went out and got painting canvases, and we have a lot of paint, but we're missing red, and we don't have any paint brushes. Did you think about what you want to paint? Because I already picked what I want to paint. I kind of want to do the Tangled Tower, but I don't think that's going to turn out right, but I might try anyway. Mine's going to be Tangled themed too, which is funny. Oh, that's funny. But it's not that though. That's something different. Okie dokie. Grand finale, right? Number 1? Yep. Monsters, Inc. Hands down. Mic drop. I feel like it's everything you need out of a Pixar movie. Music, the animation quality, the Pixar details. Example, you can see each individual fur on Sully. The chemistry between Mike and Sully, I think that's the best Pixar like duo as far as like chemistry goes between the two actors, John Goodman and what is his name? Billy Crystal as Mike. I wish Billy Crystal and John Goodman both could do like more with Disney. They're good at voiceover. And I like that they have like 2 totally different personalities, but they get along so well. And it's just another movie where how it ends is something that you're not going to be able to predict from when it starts. When it starts, it's like, okay, we got 2 monsters, big city live-in, scaring. Where are we going with this? I want them so badly to have a Monsters, Inc. too. Yeah, not... the way they ended it, like, it totally gives you room to have another one. Yeah, and not... Monsters University was okay. If you ask me, like, when we stopped this tonight, like, do you want to watch... Batman Alonzo, what's up, bro? Like
tonight, if you were like, you want to watch Monsters University, I'd be like, no. It's kind of like you got to be in the mood for it type of thing.
I've never seen like the full movie of that.
It's okay, but it's not.
It doesn't.
It's
catch
not
my
Monsters
interest.
Inc.
Yeah.
And it's different because you're talking about a younger Sully and Mike, so they act differently than the Sully and Mike you're used to in Monsters Inc.
Yeah, I feel like with like, for instance, Incredibles 1 and Incredibles 2, like they are different movies, but you can tell that they're from the same franchise.
Yep.
I feel like Monsters University is like totally separate.
It just didn't do it. I wish they would have done Monsters Inc. 2. And I don't know why they didn't, because they made that afterwards. So it's like, I don't know where they dropped the ball on that.
Alonzo wants to know how we liked The Little Mermaid.
The new one, I thought it was awesome.
I thought it was great.
Everything they brought it to life.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. I didn't feel like cringy watching the movie in any part of the movie.
There are some of the songs that I didn't like.
I didn't like
the Eric's song.
I felt like
it was very weird.
I felt like his song was unnecessary.
I also feel like he's not a good singer anyways.
Right. So I just felt like it was, I didn't feel like it contributed to the story. If the song, I feel like the song should be like a segue into something or contribute to the story.
I just feel like the words were like something like I could have made up. Like some of them didn't even like flow together. You know what I mean? Like it was just kind of cringy.
It was not giving Little Mermaid.
No, but I did like how they like had like they followed the storyline like pretty like well, but I like that they changed up some things too.
That and the scuttlebutt rap.
I didn't like that either.
Don't need that.
No, but I did like the cameo of, you know, having Jodie Benson, the original mermaid, Little Mermaid, if you don't know who she is, in the movie. I thought that was just like perfect. I'm like, this is just everything. Like having her in the freaking movie, and it was just like so like caught you off guard. Like she's just there, like you would not even expect it. I thought it was great.
And a lot of people don't know who Jodie Benson is. Like if you might have heard her name or whatever, but the reaction in the theater when they put Jodie Benson on screen was like silent, and we're in the back row like, but
like this is it.
Ultimate nod. If you don't know who she is, when Ariel's walking through the market and a lady with reddish hair hands
like
her
red curly
a fork in the market, that's Jodie Benson. And it was kind of like them passing the trophy.
Right.
Like now you're Ariel.
Yeah, like she's handing her the torch. Like, okay, like I accept that, you know. But I thought it was cute. Like I loved like the music part, like Under the Sea, and like her riding on the little turtles. Like I just thought it was like super fun and cute. I loved whoever, I don't know what their name is, but I love the person that played Sebastian. I thought he did fantastic.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know his name either.
I thought
Flounder
he did a really good job. I feel like he didn't really talk much.
They kind of made him a more minor character than Sebastian. Even Scuttle was like featured like way more than you see Scuttle in the animated.
I feel like honestly Flounder doesn't really talk that much in the animated either. He's just kind of there.
If they made the same movie again and Flounder wasn't in it, I would not notice after about like 15 minutes.
Well, the thing is Flounder's a fish, so he has to stay in the water.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, half of the movie is kind of under the water, half of it's kind of on land, and he can't be on land. So like Scuttle is a bird and, you know, Sebastian's a crab, so they're able to actually go and enjoy the adventures of on land. Flounder stays back. So he's not really like that big of like a part of it.
You know what they did change is, and I had to read on this, there's a scene where Scuttle's underwater for like, I don't know, 3 or 5 minutes, and he's talking to Ariel and Flounder, and Scuttle is a seagull in the animated one. In this one, he's not a seagull. It's a specific bird that's able to hold its breath for up to like 10 minutes while it's like trying to get fish.
That's interesting.
Fun fact.
I actually liked the guy who played the dad as well, like King Triton.
Oh yeah, that
I thought I liked like his voice and everything. I just felt like really like his demeanor and the way he like talked and stuff like really matched. Bless you. Really matched with like the animated version. And honestly, like everyone said so much like stuff about like Halle Bailey and stuff, but I felt like she was just like so adorable. I feel like she's I've seen her kind of on like other things like commercials and stuff, and I feel like that's not even the same person that she actually is in Little Mermaid. But the Little Mermaid, she's just like so innocent and just like sweet and adorable, and I feel like she played the part perfectly.
She's definitely Ariel.
Yeah, she is.
I've never seen her. No, I've never seen her. Period. So that was the first time I've ever seen her do anything.
Well, because like she's in like kind of like racy stuff. Like she's in like a freeform like show that's like I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a more like a grown up adult show.
About murders and whatever.
Not murders, but just like
scandalous.
Yeah, like teenage drama, like a grown up like show. So like seeing her as like I think that's maybe why people. I think it's called Grownish. I think that's maybe why.
Isn't that the spinoff to Blackish?
I don't know. I've
I'm
never
pretty
seen
sure.
that.
Was she on Blackish?
I don't even know what that is.
Because there's Blackish, and
I've
then
seen Blackish.
No, but I read that I think Grownish is like the kids from Blackish and like their own spinoff or something like that.
I'm not sure, but I feel like that's why everyone was like finding it so hard to believe that that's who that they were picking for Ariel, because they seen that character of her. They're like, how? It's like a teenage drama, like
I don't know,
like adult like show. Like kids don't watch that show, so I think that's why it was like hard for them to like perceive her as like the Little Mermaid. But then when she played the part, and she was not who she is on this other show that I've never seen, but I've seen like commercials of it, and it's like a more adult grown-up show. It's literally called Grownish. It's not for like kids.
That might have been her foot in the door with Disney, because Disney owns Freeform. Because Freeform used to be ABC Family.
Yeah, so I think that's maybe like where they kind of were weird about it.
Did you say your number one? Yeah.
I didn't. No. Got off a little sidetracked. Yeah, so my number one is Toy Story. I just feel like it's so funny over there. I feel like whenever I think of Pixar, Toy Story is the first thing that pops in my mind.
Pixar, Toy Story.
Yeah, like done. Just like having, because like Pixar is like the Pixar ball, like seeing the ball, and like in Toy Story, it just like, I don't know, Pixar to me is Toy Story. And just like, obviously there's 4 movies, so it's like very like prominent. Like it's not just like a one and done type of thing. There's 4 movies, possibly even coming out with 5. And then the fact that, you know, look up the year. I feel like it's 1995. But it might be 1994. I'm not sure. It's an older movie. And so like, to me, you know, growing up watching that movie, and then they're also making, 1995. And then they've also made newer ones. I just feel like that is like embodies Pixar as Toy Story to me. Like that's just what I think about. But I didn't put a specific Toy Story, but I feel like obviously for me, 1 is just like nostalgic to me, I guess, because it's from 1995. I was 3 at the time. But I feel like the one that I watch the most is 2 and 3. I feel like maybe 2 more than 3. So I feel like I would say my favorite one is 2, but I feel like just if I want that nostalgic feeling of childhood, I'll throw on 1, just because it's the first one and it's great. It's Toy Story. It's what made Toy Story. I love all of the characters too, like almost all of them. Like I don't care for Ham.
What?
He's rude.
What?
He's rude. And Potato Head, he's rude too. I don't like him either. But like, I just absolutely love Woody. My favorites are Slinky and Bullseye. I love Rex. He's so adorable and cute and funny. I just love all of them.
I think my favorite Toy Story is Toy Story 2.
It's just like one of those, like, if you want to like say like what movie just makes you feel like a warm like childhood hug, like it's Toy Story for me.
I can get that. I just like, so like Toy Story, like I said earlier, it's kind of in a box. It's either Andy's room, Sid's room, Pizza Planet, back home, moving scene. Toy Story 2, they gave you more. Toy Story 3, they kind of went back in the box. You go from Andy's room to daycare.
Right.
and then you're stuck in the daycare.
And I really liked the third one though.
I do like the third one.
I really liked it.
Third one's probably my second favorite.
I just like that they added like the different characters and stuff in that one.
And then
like with all of like the daycare characters and stuff.
And then Toy Story 4, I just felt like it should have kept going. I felt like they should have stopped at the fair and then had some kind of side mission.
Oh, Nella's making an appearance.
And then they could have left the fair with Forky, and then the girl, the little puppet, what was her name? Dolly something. Anyway, the girl doll and her the girl that wants Woody's voice box.
Oh.
And then they could have had her and the little dummies, the little
those guys were so
Tower of
creepy
Terror looking guys. They could have been like in pursuit.
Literally, wasn't his name like Benjamin? No, that's not it. What was it?
I think it was Benjamin. It was weird.
No, Vincent.
No,
was it Vincent?
It's either Vincent or Vincent.
Or Benson.
I think it's Vincent.
Is it
like
Vincent?
Vincent?
Benson? Does anyone know? Vincent? I don't remember. But those little dolls are so creepy. Like even Forky says something about them. Like having nightmares or something.
His name is Benson.
Benson. See, I was right. Benson. Yeah, creepy. Such a creepo. Even Forky, what does he say? He says something funny about him.
I don't know.
He like says something about him being like creepy or giving him nightmares or something. But yeah, Toy Story is it for me. It's just totally. What about you guys? What is your top one favorite Pixar movie? Throw it in the chat.
Give us the all-time greatest.
Yeah, the all-time.
You can watch one Pixar movie for the rest of your life. What is it?
That's not fair. I don't feel like that's fair. There's too many good ones.
We want the favorite.
I feel like for me, like it's like the nostalgic. What do you think about Pixar? Like what movie do you think about when you think about Pixar? Like what embodies Pixar?
Name three.
To me, it's Toy Story.
I always go back to Monsters Inc. That and it wasn't in my list, but Finding Nemo.
I put that in my list. Oh, he likes cars.
Cars,
too.
That's what's up. What if I do this? What does that do? What does that do?
I think you can like.
I send a heart to myself, I think.
Or maybe you send it to one of them.
I don't know.
What about you, John? If you're still here, what's your favorite one?
There's two more of you in here. Who are you?
Show your face because we can't. It doesn't let us see who's in the chat. I mean, who's viewing it.
Does Pixar have a new movie coming out?
I don't know.
I haven't heard of anything. I know we're getting a new Disney animated movie in November. What was that called? Wish or something?
Yeah. What even is that about?
This is hopefully going to be really, really, really good because it's an original story. They're not going off of anything. They're not using anything existing.
Leo? That's another one coming out next year.
Oh, is that the space? Yeah, okay. There was a.
I've never even seen the trailer for it.
They literally show you a little boy get.
Well, this says teaser trailer 2 minutes.
Yeah, he gets abducted by aliens.
Oh, I forgot there is a new
Inside Out 2.
Inside Out 2. I forgot about that.
Except they're replacing my favorite guy. What was his name? Can't remember his name now. Please hold.
You guys are sniffling.
Just typed in Elemental. Bill Hader. Bill Hader was Fear. Bill Hader is also.
Or are they replacing him?
He's pretty big, but Disney doesn't pay him well, so he's not in agreement with their contracts and stuff. But Bill Hader was also, I think his name's Stanley on Ralph Breaks the Internet. He's the guy that goes, Gorg! Gorg!
I thought it was Gort.
He's the guy yelling.
So this says new Pixar movies include, is it pronounced Elio?
I think.
in 2024, Inside Out 2, 2024, and then it does say 3 untitled films in 2025 and 2026.
When's the article from? Go to the top.
I don't even know if it's a reputable article.
It's
article,
probably not going to happen because of all the writer strikes and stuff going on right now.
Well, anyways, there might be other new ones, but for sure the 2. I don't even know what Elio's even about. So.
Alonzo liked Lightyear.
I really liked it too, mainly because the cat. We actually have the cat. You might as well bring our other 2 cats over here. Yeah, I really liked. I feel like I liked it, and I liked the new look of Buzz, and I loved the cat. That was my absolute favorite part. And then like the sad, like sappy part of like him and like whatever the other lady's name. What's her name?
I can't remember.
I
We
can't
only saw
either.
it once.
But I feel like it was going to be better than what it was. I feel like basically the whole movie is just of him going in the ship trying to get it to go around. I feel like they could have added something else to make it better.
So ironically, I have these 3 cats in my lap right now. Machiavelli from Luca. So that was a Pixar. This almost, I'll give Soul an honorable mention. I liked it. It just wasn't all there for me. So we got Mr. Mittens.
I feel like it's like one of those movies that you put in the background, or like you just want to watch like something calm and like simple.
It was good. It just didn't like.
I did love
I don't
this.
know.
I did love Mr. Mittens though. He's cute.
And then Lightyear socks. Meow 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 meow.
He was the cutest. That was my favorite part about the whole movie. And the fact that like I feel like he was like us, like the fact that they were like trying to come and take his cat, and he literally like broke out with his cat, like absolutely not, you're not taking my cat. Like that would be us. We would do anything to protect any of our cats.
I just watched a video on who does
That's hilarious how he looks like that.
What? Like that?
Yeah. It's just like popping up.
I just watched a video. Hold on.
Yeah, Alonzo. Luca was one of our made it to both of our top 10s. It was my top 3, and it was your what?
Luca?
Yeah.
Luca was my number 9.
Yeah.
So I just learned the other day we were watching something. The guy who directed Elemental, his name is Peter Sohn.
We got 5 people in here. They're gonna come in at the very end. Sorry, guys, you missed like the whole thing.
Peter Sohn. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I think he said he was Korean. I don't even know if that's right. Anyway, the director of Elemental is the voice of Socks.
That's funny.
You can learn that on Disney Plus. They have like the making of Elemental on there. Not even the making of it. It's kind of him, the director, saying his inspiration for the film and stuff, and how it was growing up as like an immigrant in America, and his parents owned like a grocery store or something like that, etc., etc.
So, does Publix sell paint or no?
Not like the paint we need.
Where'd you get the boards from?
Walmart.
Oh, so you probably
good old Walmart.
So
Went in there for nothing.
Probably should get it from there then.
We're
gonna paint sometime this week. I don't know. I'm not gonna say yes tomorrow because I don't know for sure. I actually started taking I have high blood pressure, and I finally started taking my new medication for it last night. And let me tell you, I feel like crap. Like I had to like force myself to do this. Not literally, but I just don't feel good. I'll spare you the details, but like last night I woke up in the middle of the night, like the room felt like it was spinning. Like I was like so dehydrated, like, and that's just how it is when you first start taking medication. Unfortunately, it takes your body time to get used to it, especially like when you don't really take medication. So if I don't feel like death again tomorrow, thank you, Alonzo. Maybe we can do it tomorrow, but it'll just depend on when you decide to go and buy the stuff. Because what happened to all of our brushes?
I don't know. I have a memory.
Did you check all the drawers?
Yep. And I have some kind of memory of you asking me, I think the red paint we had either blew up or spilled or something. And you asked me if you should throw it out. And I said, yeah, we're not painting anytime soon. That's either a memory or I'm just making it up because it sounds good.
I wonder what happened to the paintbrushes, though.
I don't think we ever had.
I thought we had bought like one of those big packs, so.
You did, but most of them were like not even brushes. It was like different,
like older, like
smudgy
cheaper
tools
ones
and stuff like that.
So yeah, it'll just depend on when he decides to go and buy. What do you need red paint for? You just want it, or
You're gonna need red.
okay. So yeah, whenever he decides to buy red paint and whenever he decides to get some brushes, maybe we'll wait until this weekend to do it. I don't know.
We'll see. We're doing
because I'm not feeling great. So
30 days of content, literally nothing planned. It's just kind of. Oh, we got that at IKEA. Alonzo.
Yeah, like literally years ago when we lived in like apartments still, and it was like one of our like first like big purchases. Like not big purchases, but like fancier like decor that we bought like together.
It was like how it looks, like how it's all faded, and that's really how it looks. Like it does look like you're about to walk down that bridge.
It's like it's supposed to look like foggy.
I like it.
I like it too.
And it's big. We've had that for a while now.
We've had it for a long time. Like for a long. I'm pretty sure we had it in our first apartment.
And it's like. It's a canvas kind of thing too. Like this is the only thing with it is like you had to buy everything separate. So we bought
it was weird. You had to like piece it together.
Picture was in a tube, and then you had to buy the frame. And that was one of those things where you're like, okay, this will take 10 seconds to put together, and it took me like a half hour.
I'm pretty sure it's like 7 years old because we had it when we lived in our first apartment, which was 2016.
Yep.
So it's holding together.
But we got a lot of stuff to put up still. We got 27 more videos and pepper in some more live streams and stuff like that.
Yeah, so if you guys have any like suggestions on what we should do, we're not like doing like crazy things. We're doing more like chill at home or around our home type of thing. So we're going to do like some trail walks. We might walk and get like a coffee, try like a coffee like tasting thing. We're going to do the painting stuff at home. Maybe we can even do like a wine tasting at home or something, like maybe while we paint, like how people do like the painting with the twist or whatever, like paint and drink wine. Let us know. Maybe Legos, puzzles.
There will be a painting video. That's definitely happening. There will be a couple of cooking videos. I'm definitely going to make the ratatouille soup, but there's also, I've never made ratatouille before, so there's that option.
Do you know the situation of the Snow White movie? Like what happened? Alonzo wants to know. I heard some things, but like I didn't fully like click on any of the articles, so I don't want to say anything because I don't like know the actual details.
Well, for one, Disney didn't want to cast little people as the dwarfs.
I did hear about that.
And I think that was them trying to like save face, but it backfired because you have all these little people in Hollywood that were like, this could have been my biggest movie ever.
Right.
They cast, I can't remember his name, but he's not a little person, and they made him a dwarf, and it's all going to be like CG or something. But the last thing I read is that they're thinking about redoing the whole entire movie.
Because the last thing that I seen was that like they weren't doing it, like it was done, like goodbye. But like I said, I didn't click on the article, so I don't know if it was like a clickbait type of thing. But everyone was like shooting down who they picked for Snow White, which I don't really understand. That she kind of looks like her, so who cares? Yeah, we're falling apart over here. I'm sick from taking medicine. He has a stuffy nose. I don't know what's happening.
So she's not good at PR.
I don't even know who she is. Where do you know her from?
She's been on interviews basically saying like she doesn't really care about the role.
Why
keep it short.
Then why would she be picked to do the role?
I don't know.
Doesn't really make any sense.
But there's definitely some complications going on with Snow White.
Yeah, so we don't really know for sure. Like I said, I haven't clicked on any of the articles. The last article I did see said that they're not doing it, but like I said, I don't know how factual that is. I think it would be cute just because like it would be nice to have Snow White refreshed because it is like one of the oldest.
It is the oldest.
Yeah, okay. So I wasn't sure between that and Sleeping Beauty, or Cinderella. So yeah, one of the oldest or the oldest Disney movie. I think it would be fun to see it refreshed. But I mean, I guess if they can't work out whatever kinks they got going on.
What I was hoping for is since Snow White came out in 1937.
Who's that? They're slamming your chef skills.
Don't have the skills to make ratatouille, Chief.
You know him?
Yeah, know him.
Okay.
That's Marcus.
I will tell you, he has made it before, and it was my favorite soup that he's ever made. I've literally have been begging him. Like, it will pop up on my memories on Facebook, and I'll literally tag him in it like, hey, like, don't forget about this soup. I really want you to make it again. And he, like, I think the last time he said, he was like, I just don't feel like buying all the ingredients and making it all. Like, it's too much of a thing to make it. But every time it pops on my Facebook, I will be tagging him in it because it is so good. So good. Like, but he actually added something to it, which I suggest doing it. He added shredded chicken to like give it protein, because like basically the whole soup is just like liquid.
It's a lot.
I know, but like it's a bunch of liquid, so like you're not. I feel like if you ate it without the chicken, I feel like it wouldn't really fill you up. So I think that was a good call that you did doing the shredded chicken. I suggest doing that. So he followed the recipe, but he added the shredded chicken. So, and it was great. Literally my favorite soup I probably have ever had.
So these are all the ingredients.
Literally 5 million ingredients.
It's a lot.
Especially the spices. There's like 1 million spices that go into it.
And there's not like a quick way to make it. This is the soup when it was done.
It's hard to see.
Yeah, it doesn't look very good, but
no, his camera sucks.
Yeah, I'll do that again soon.
I feel like the picture that I took, you can see it better.
This is the ingredient list. If you can see that. There we go.
So many ingredients. Show them the picture that I took, you can see it better. It's like the color is more correct than what it looked like in your thing. So good.
It's a good soup. And it's
literally
not like,
so good.
I don't even know how to describe the taste. It's a leek. It's a leek soup, but it's got onions, garlic, leeks, chives, pepper, salt, chicken stock, cream, tomatoes, scallions.
But for real, I'm not just saying that because he's here, because there's been a couple things that I've told him, like, I don't like this. But it is my favorite soup I've had ever, like at a restaurant, at home, wherever. Like, it's so good. It really is so good.
That was the first time either of us ate leeks.
It's just like so creamy and it's great. And like I said, like him making the decision to add the shredded chicken, I think was great, because I just feel like don't you feel like without it you wouldn't really be like filled?
Yeah, it needs, well,
you have to have substance.
If that was like just like a starter, like soup.
Well, yeah, if you're just like having it as like a starter and you have something else to go with it, but like that was it. That was our meal. So I feel like without the chicken, I would have been like either 1, more hungry, or 2, I wouldn't have liked it as much.
What's another like Disney food you've seen in a cartoon where you're like, I want to eat that?
That would be something I would have to think about.
The only thing I can think of is like the beignets from Princess and the Frog, or I mean gumbo, but I don't really make gumbo.
Try honey with salt. What does he mean?
Where? Honey with salt.
What do you mean, Alonzo?
Like in the soup? The cold. Oh, duh.
Oh,
my nose.
Gotcha. We actually do have hot tea if you want to have hot tea before we go to bed.
I've probably just got something stuck up my nose. I go on sneezing fits, so I mean, I'll wake up tomorrow and I probably won't sneeze all day.
You could possibly have allergies.
COVID.
No, he probably has allergies, honestly, because I feel like you do this very often.
Sometimes.
But I feel like maybe, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I feel like maybe our next one that we do, we're not going to do it right away because we just did 2 back to back, but maybe we can do, I don't know if we'll do 5, maybe 5 versus 10, because I feel like 10 would be too many, of like our favorite live actions or like reimagined Disney movies.
It'll probably be a 5.
That's what I'm saying. It would be a 5 because I don't think there's enough to even do 10.
That
That would be fun.
And some of them, the quality just isn't there.
And I feel like it would also be fun to say whether you like the animated version still better or the reimagined one. Because there are some that I'm back and forth on. Like there's some that I like the live action version one, and I know you know for sure one of them because I literally will put it on at any moment. It's just like, oh, here it is again.
We're watching this now.
But yeah, so I think that would be a fun one because I feel like it could stir up conversation because a lot of people have opinions about the live actions. So that would be fun to do, I think, for our next maybe live show.
Marcus is suggesting Krunk's spinach puffs.
What's that?
I can't remember. It's from Emperor's New Groove.
I'm sure there is stuff, but I can't think about it.
Oh, duh. The silence is deafening. Oh, there's recipes for it. It's like a puff pastry with spinach. That actually looks pretty good. What do you think of those, little guy? Let me see what it looks like in the movie. Yeah, they're like yeah, it's like a little puff. Okay. I don't know what all's in them. Amuse bouche. I'm trying to think of something else that like I've seen on a cartoon where I'm like, I want to eat that, but you can't. Besides like a Krabby Patty. If I do Disney.
Did we already say Ratatouille? We said that, right?
Yeah, like actual Ratatouille.
Yeah. Like on Ratatouille.
Here's 10 foods made by iconic Disney movies.
I think I was just on that, and the Kronks, whatever you guys were just talking about, was on there.
Some of these are dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kronk spinach puffs. Marcus probably read this article. That's where he got his idea.
Like the cake from
Yellow snow cones. How do you make those?
the desserts on Beauty and the Beast do look kind of good.
The beignets are on there. Great
like,
stuff.
When the little desserts that are like jumping around on the table.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? Spoiler alert.
I've never actually had the great stuff before.
I don't even want it.
What even is it?
It's a cookies and cream frosting. That's it.
Why do people act like it's like the greatest thing ever?
Because your mind wants it to be. Because you're finally trying the great stuff.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything else.
Alonzo said his kids love Disney tours.
What does that mean?
Probably like just watching us bop around and go places.
Oh yeah, I feel like it would be fun to maybe do some. Maybe that's an idea that we can do. Is do like resort tours. I think that would be fun.
We love a resort tour.
We love going to the resorts. It's so much fun. And a lot of people that don't go to Disney a lot don't think that you can just go to the resorts, but you actually can. If you get a reservation to either eat there, like for lunch or something, or if you get on like park at, TTC and like walk and ride the monorail to either like the Polynesian or Grand Floridian, you don't have to have reservations for those because you're just riding over on the monorail. But we like to go and just like walk around, enjoy the scenery, get drinks from there, get lunch from there, go to like the shops. I loved the day where we went to the Polynesian and we like literally spent like the whole day there. We got food from there. We got drinks from Trader Sam's. We took a
out.
boat out, which was so much fun, and it's like actually really affordable. I think it was like $40, or even maybe even less, 30 something dollars.
Like $5 or $10 more.
Yeah, so it was like super affordable and something like fun that you can do. So that's like, those are like my favorite days, is like when we do that, like, because we can go to the parks whenever. So I mean, it's still fun going to the parks, but like when people ask like, how do you guys go all the time? Like, what do you even find to do? Like, don't you get bored? And that's how you don't get bored, is you do other things rather than just at the park.
Don't just stand in a line for a ride. Look around.
So maybe we can do that. We can do like some more like resort like tours. That would be fun.
Marcus, we're going to Disneyland after we get married, so stay tuned.
Yeah, that's really something that we want to do, but we're getting married next year in November, so everything from now and then, saving is going towards that, and planning and booking vendors, and it's expensive. So yeah, but one day. It's definitely on our list for sure. High up on our list.
It's between that or Aulani. It's a close.
I mean, we want to go to both,
decision.
So we want to do both. So,
what's everyone eating for dinner? Because I'm about to go make chicken, mashed potatoes, and green beans. We're having a home cooking. Gravy.
We thought about Aulani for our honeymoon, Alonzo, or even Disneyland, but I feel like with Disneyland, since we have never been there, we would want to literally be getting up at the freaking crack of dawn to get to the parks, to do every ride, to do every experience. And when you go on vacation to Disney, you are tired. Like, I don't want to be totally exhausted on our honeymoon. Like, for me, our honeymoon, I want to relax. I want to sleep in some of the days, like not all day, but like sleep in some, like just enjoy sitting by the pool, having a drink, like not running around to parks and like being up so early and staying up all night. And
because we will.
So we are thinking about a Disney cruise, possibly.
Well,
half stay of Disney cruise and then a resort.
Years ago, we did a land and sea, went on a cruise, came back, and then we checked into Beach Club at Disney, and it was perfect. It was like perfect vacation. It was like 2 vacations. Just takes proper planning.
Yeah, so that's what we're probably doing, especially because it's our honeymoon, so we can kind of go a little bit more all out as far as like days. We'll have more days available, so we'll see.
But once we go to Disneyland and then go to Aulani, I kind of want to start taking an international park more seriously. Disneyland Paris, perhaps.
Yeah, for the cruise, we are thinking the newer ship, which is the Wish. That's the one that I really want to go on. I feel like it's very like honeymoon vibes. It's like very pretty, like very romantic, like the rooms and everything. It's just like very beautiful. I feel like it seems more like honeymoon to me, at least. So we'll see. We're figuring everything out.
Yeah, so sorry we kind of shortened the movie talk of this video.
We still went for another hour, so we didn't talk for a long time.
You guys missed a good half hour when we covered the first 5.
That's okay.
Technical difficulties.
That's all right.
So it's been a good 53 minutes hanging out with everybody.
Yeah, thanks for the people that joined. We appreciate it, because we kind of said this kind of last minute again, and yeah, so we appreciate you guys stopping in and supporting us. We appreciate it.
Marcus, our Disney cruise, you can get a cruise out of Port Canaveral. You can go to Alaska or
Miami, right?
Miami or New Orleans.
We would be doing it out of Port Canaveral.
I would like to do an Alaska cruise like way later in life. I'm not
when we're old, like retired.
It doesn't be old, but it's like I'm not like in a hurry to go to Alaska. The only thing that would get us there sooner is the fact that it's a Disney cruise. If you guys have not sailed Disney,
But isn't it just like cold there?
I mean,
like, is it always cold?
Yes.
So like what do you do then on the cruise? Like, you can't go out and like lay out and enjoy like the pool and stuff.
Get in the hot tub, wear jackets.
I mean, I feel like that's not
it's a change of scenery.
I know, but I feel like that's not my vibe for vacation as far as like cruising goes.
Most people go on the Alaskan cruises literally. Well, I mean, it's for the scenery. You're going to Alaska to see the glacier.
Winnie.
You go through a a certain strait where you can see like whales in the water. You can see like bears running through the forest and like all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, he's watching Critters now. You guys finish. Watch the scenery. Thank you, Marcus.
Yeah.
Marcus, have you been to Alaska? Or on an Alaska cruise?
I mean, I get it, but like when I go on vacation, I'm thinking of like
the sun.
Yeah, the sun and like wearing bathing suits and laying out and going in the pool and having drinks by the pool and stuff, like not like being frozen and wearing jackets. Especially because I've lived in Florida my whole life. Like that's just not in my like head to like do that. I think it would be really cool to like see snow. I've never seen snow before, or like go see the mountains or something, but like that's not my like top priority when I think of like vacation.
It snows in Disneyland Paris.
That's pretty cool.
That'd be fun.
That would be awesome to go to Disneyland Paris. That would be, I think that would be my next one after Disneyland as far as like Disney parks. I feel like it would just be really like pretty and like elegant there.
I like the idea of going to Tokyo too. It's just
Same.
a big.
I feel like that would just
be a
big
trip.
Yeah, and that would be really scary of just as far as like not understanding people and like trying to figure our way out, and it would be I would be very nervous.
From what I heard, a lot of people that work in Disneyland Tokyo can actually speak some English, and if not, Tokyo gets so many tourists that they'll just talk into their phone into a translator and then kind of show you the phone, and then you just kind of go back and forth. But that's not for a while.
Yeah,
so,
not for a long time.
Because that's
Forever.
That'll be like a crazy flying experience. That's going to be like super long. We're going to have to fly to California, have a layover, get on another plane, and then fly to Japan, be all jet lagged and all that stuff. So,
yeah, our main focus right now is planning our wedding. We're not really thinking about anything else other than saving money, researching like ideas. I didn't even realize like how many things you have to like research, like photo people, video people, a officiant, a cake person, a DJ person. Like there's just so much you have to like research. And a lot of places, which I'm finding extremely annoying, is that a lot of places like websites do not have their pricing. And I'm sorry, like if you're extremely overpriced or out of like our budget of what we're wanting to spend, regardless of whether you have it on your page or I email you and you email me back what your price is, and I would still say no. So like, why don't save my time, save your time, and just put your pricing online?
It's marketing.
But still though, if it's out of the person's range,
because
what's the point?
They want you to email them, and then they'll give you the details. And then you'll be not interested in the details.
Right.
And then for the next year or so, they're going to email you once a month saying, hey, just checking in, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's been frustrating for me. So yeah, we're just doing research and saving. And yeah, that's pretty much it
We're getting married.
Literally a year and like 13. I mean, a year and 13. A year and like a month. Oh, Josh Hill just popped in with some eyes.
Bro, you late, man. We're about to get off of here. I was going to show everyone the venue, but...
We're getting married in 413 days is the exact amount of days. So it's like a year and like a month.
We're getting married here.
Your computer's so bad.
It's not the computer.
He said, okay, love you, bye.
I think that's going to do it.
Oh, and for the people that are invited, the save the dates, I'll be ordering them on Friday. So be looking out for them hopefully soon.
We'll probably do a, when we get closer to it, like a wedding, some kind of wedding video talking about our wedding or something.
I feel like it would be fun to maybe after the wedding do like a planning kind of video, or just like maybe our thoughts of like planning our own wedding, especially because like we're kind of doing like our own decor type of thing too. We're kind of doing a lot of stuff for our own, like on our own for our wedding. So, and just like the process of like finding these different vendors and like what the process was and that sort of thing. Maybe we can do something like that.
Yeah.
To like help people, because I feel like it would be helpful for me right now to find a video like that. And I might even like look for a video like that. So that might help the next person. Because it's a lot. It's overwhelming. And I didn't even realize until like we booked it. And now I'm like, okay, like we actually have to do this research and find these people and save this money and book these dates and make everything coordinate. And it's a lot. It's a lot, but it'll be worth it.
I will say the place we're using is reputable. I'm not going to go into all those details, but basically a bunch of years ago, this company bought this estate. Like it's a full like estate, as in someone used to like own this house.
Yeah, like if the people, someone literally used to live there, and they even have pictures on their Instagram of like what the top part used to be, which is now like the bridal suite of like where the bride gets ready. And it used to be a bedroom. Like there's literally like a full-on closet, like this really pretty like jacuzzi bath. Like it used to be like an actual house. So that's really cool.
But this company, that's the back, like the backyard area. This company owns it now, and it's not all inclusive, but a lot of the things you need, like food,
and drinks, like in your package that you are getting.
We're still figuring out all the little details. We got to go back to food tasting.
I think that'll be fun. It'll be like a fun like memory like for us to like have with each other. That's only happening once, you know?
Yep. So we're gonna go make dinner. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Check our like Facebooks to see when we're gonna do lives.
Yeah.
And we'll try to start talking about them so you guys can come back and hang out some more.
And we are for real doing a video every day. So some will be a lot like very few, I think few will be lives, but then mostly will just be like a video. So we'll do the video that day and he'll probably post it the following day.
Yeah.
So.
But probably painting tomorrow. Some Disney painting, hopefully. If not, we'll figure it out. We got trails to walk through and all kinds of other stuff coming up. So
I really want to try that coffee place. I still haven't tried it yet. I'm very intrigued.
Walk and talk.
Probably have wedding talk.
Seriously though, thanks for hanging out. We're trying to grow. We're trying to do this.
Guys.
Trying to make YouTube happen. We're manifesting and we're trying new things. So we'll see.
And the important part, we're having fun, and it's time that we get to spend together and like do something and talk about stuff that we love together. So that's a bonus.
So otherwise we just wait until we go to Disney, but we're not able to go to Disney all the time anymore. Yeah. So to keep making fun content, we got to do fun stuff.
Yep. And keep that Disney magic alive.
We need an outro.
Still don't have one.
We need an outro.
We can just show one of the cats like each outro.
That's not an outro. I need a catchphrase.
Here's Nala.
Oh, that's very nice. Thanks for coming by.
She's growling. She's not happy about that.
Need an outro. I'm gonna think of one right now. Okay.
Okay, hurry up. We've been at this for like an hour and 30 minutes, technically, because our first video wasn't able to post.
If your dreams don't come, I don't know. All right, so
we'll think about it.
We're gonna work on that. I need something.
We'll think about it and we can tell the next time.
I just hate being like, all right, bye.
Okay, well, we can tell you guys next time.
See you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. Ha ha.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go. Bye.
If your dreams don't come true, make them.